Hey America, this is Jerry with another car commentary, and I want to talk real quickly about Donald Trump's racist remarks about the Mexican judge, or the Mexican American judge, who's trying the case that he's involved with over his university. Donald Trump the other day called out the judge, said the judge was being unfair, and then said, by the way, he's Mexican. But first, let's address the obvious. Donald Trump, come on, man. You didn't have to say he was Mexican, all right? It's just, you said a couple of words too many, all right? But let's look at the reality and use our brains. This judge is a judge who's very, very strong against the drug crime cartel. He's been a good judge. He's not some flaming liberal, right? However, he calls himself a Mexican American. His parents were born in Mexico. He was born here in America. He calls himself a Mexican American. Woodrow Wilson denigrated anyone who called themselves an American hyphenated by anything else, un-American. Teddy Roosevelt said you cannot be a hyphenated American. If you are a hyphenated American, then you are not American. Even John Wayne said, you can't be a hyphenated American. If you're a hyphenated American, you can't be American. I mean, this is a common thing that people believe. I believe it personally. My grandparents were born in Puerto Rico. My father was born here in America. I was born here in America. I'm American. I'm not Puerto Rican American. I say it sometimes because sometimes it gets me into people understanding that I understand the Hispanic issue. However, I'm American, okay? Now, when this judge stands up and says, I'm a Mexican American, and he is pro-Mexican issues, like for instance, he's a member of a lawyers organization that supports the stopping of illegal immigrants being sent back to Mexico. He supports the stopping of Donald Trump's immigration policy, where, Donald Trump wants to build the wall and make it harder for illegals to get in. This judge stands against that. The organization he's a member of, the lawyers organization, is against that, funds the other side, okay? Again, so the judge was appointed by Barack Obama and has strong feelings that are very pro-Mexican immigration, right? So when Donald Trump says this judge may be biased because he's a Mexican, he's identifying the judge just as the judge identified himself, a Mexican. American, but Mexican first. You see, when you go to these rallies, and by the way, the Donald Trump rallies, you see guys out there screaming and yelling and accosting Donald Trump supporters with Mexican flags. Why are there Mexican flags? Where are the American flags? Well, if you're carrying a Mexican flag in America and you're screaming at somebody who's saying, hey, stop illegal immigration, it sounds to me, or it appears to me, that you're pro-Mexican, not pro-American. Now, let me be clear. Every Mexican I've ever met is someone I like. Hard-working people, by generation, generally. Hard-working people, conservative people, family-oriented people. These are not people who are going to bring down America because of their lack of work ethic. These guys bust their ass. They work hard. And again, I'm generalizing, but that's been the experience for most of us. Right? So, I'm not denigrating Mexicans, and I don't think Donald Trump is denigrating Mexicans. I think what he's saying is this. It's very simple. If you keep allowing people to come across the border who are going to take away jobs from those citizens that are here and drive down the wage by sheer economic power, in other words, they have more people for jobs than there are jobs, thus driving down the wage, well, then they're going to hurt the economy and they're going to hurt the finances of those people living here. But no, Joe Scarborough and them want to talk about what a racist he is and what a racist Donald Trump is. He's such a mean racist because he said that. Meanwhile, you're silent on the fact that people leaving Donald Trump rallies have been pummeled and beaten. If you watch it on television, on YouTube, you can see it. There's a woman who's outside of a Donald Trump rally. Actually, she's inside in the building, and she steps outside and they start beating her with eggs and pummeling her, throwing things in her face. This is the pro-woman party. Then you have another guy walking down the street and he's hitting in the side of the head with a bag of rocks because he's carrying a Trump sign. That's the pro-peace party. You have people who are leaving Donald Trump rally in their cars and they're being beaten and the cars are being kicked and they're being yelled at and screamed and made to fear for their lives. That's the pro-freedom party doing that, right? It's okay to beat and yell and pummel and attack Donald Trump fans, right? It's okay to stand with a Mexican flag and scream and yell and pummel women with eggs and punch them in the face, as in another video shows. It's okay to do that as long as you're a Democrat pro-Mexican. But God knows if you call a man a Mexican who has identified himself as a Mexican, you're somehow a racist. America, we done lost our minds. Is this really the America you want? Have a good day.